What is going on, you guys? Your boy Just Brown or JB from Team Broskies here, and today we're going to be starting a new series called Rate the Set. Basically, we're going to be overviewing what cards or what series was in each set, the characters, the meta, how it was back in the day, and giving it an overall rating at the end out of 10 on how good it was. And this is personal opinion. If you guys have different opinions on the comment section, be sure to put it down there and give this video a like if you guys want to see more like this. But let's get into it. So, of course, we're going to start with set 1, which was Galactic Battle, back in July 28th, 2017. Basically, it was the start of the game. We had characters such as Beerus, Champa, Golden Frieza, and Broly. Of course, the Z Warriors, but it made sense. This was set 1. The theme was Dragon Ball Super. Technically, I mean, it's Dragon Ball Super card game after all. The only Z character we had was Broly and some of the Frieza Force, but other than that, not really. It was the start of the game. It was very basic. So for Red, we had Universe 6. For Blue, we had Universe 7 technically, and the gods. Green, we had Broly, and Yellow, we had Frieza, Golden Frieza. Like I said, it was all themed after everything. And then for the starter deck, we had the Awakening starter deck, which was really good. It was very meta. Mainly for this leader, during your turn, if you have 5 or more energy, this card gains 5k. When this card attacks, draw 1, choose up to 1 blue energy, and switch to active. Still really good ability, but you guys have to think about it. This was when the game barely started. A lot of people did not know how rarity worked, how good leaders would be, until like months after they came out. They would figure out, oh, this card is really good. Like, this combination is really good. This combo is really good. So, it was very early. So, not a lot of people knew how to play this game. And then we had the special pack, which had 4 booster packs and the limited promo, same as always. Promo had Triple Strike, and if you have 7 or more energy, this card hand gains Evolve Vegeta without paying its energy cost. Not terrible. But as you guys are going to see throughout this video, blue and yellow basically dominated the meta early. And yellow would continue to dominate for a while, but we'll get into that when we get into that. So this was all the main products. Now let's get into the card list. I will say what cards they are, mainly all the leaders, and then I will stop to specifically address battle cards and extra cards that were basically broken early game and are still kind of broken to this day. So we have Champa. He was average, honestly. Out of all the Universe 6 leaders, he was probably the best one. Maybe Vados. I'll just hover around here for a little bit so you guys can pause and read them. And the back, really good. A lot of the abilities and awakening conditions were kind of the same overall. We had Vados. And then we had the back of Vados. We had Hit. Then the evolved form of Hit, I guess. Then something really good about this guy is when a card activates blocker, you may place 1 red card in your hand and drop area and negate the blocker, basically. Get a free hit on the leader without them blocking. SR Champa. This Champa, Further Destruction, still really good. Basically gives any battle card you combo with it. Double Strike, Early Pressure, always really, really good. These just Judge variants and alternate arts. Scheming Champa was average. Manipulating Champa, Vados. Universe 6, they needed a lot more support, which they got super late in the game, which was around anniversary bucks. So they just needed a little bit more support to get really good, honestly. Like, they were decent, but they just needed that extra support to help it out. As you can see, it's mainly Champa and Vados and Hit, and a little bit of Kaba. This Kaba's still really good. Early pressure always really helps. More Saiyan Kaba, Frost, third form Frost, first form Frost. Botamo, Magetta, and all this extra stuff, extra cards. Nothing really notable yet. We have this Vegeta leader, which was okay at most, but I mean, if you have 7 energy or more, let's be honest. Nowadays, you're not gonna get higher than like 5 or 6 energy in a match. Maybe if you stall enough. That's the problem with some of these old cards. They have dumb conditions, which is like not possible anymore for how the game has evolved, and a lot of cards having crazy abilities like double strike, quadruple strike, triple attack, criticals, and all that. So cards that get rid of energy and stuff. This just doesn't work anymore, really. This Beerus, really cool Beerus, honestly. I'm glad he got reprinted, but I mean, look at that, 16 attack and you win the game. I mean, personally, I've never made it to 16 energy in a match. Like, I don't know how that's even possible, but without milling out. But I mean, it was a condition, I guess. Super Saiyan Goku. Super Saiyan God Goku. Not the leader, but a different one. Pretty decent. One thing that these blue cards have in common is that they switch energy back to active, which was super good. This card gains for each... never mind, that was the wrong one. But something that blue did have and was helping it a lot and was basically helping it win a lot of matches was that you would have switched cards back to active with a lot of battle card, extra and leader cards. So that's one of the main reasons why this the blue was pretty much running the meta for a while. Energy Exhauster Beerus was pretty good. When you play this card and you have 5 or more energy, choose a 1 battle card and KO it. KOing cards was also really big back in the day. A lot of people didn't know if they should combo, if they should block. No, if they should combo specific cards, hold them in their hand, just take the hit, and it was all just a matter of choice. After a while, we just figured out how basically to play the game, which obviously differentiates depending on what deck you're playing. Nothing noticeable yet. Objection? No, that's not objection. Objection. Back in the day, super broken. I'm pretty sure he's banned now. Choose up to 1 card from your hand and add it to your energy. Really good, honestly, for 2 energy. Not bad. You get 1 energy back. Or you can add an energy. So basically, you can add 2 per turn if you play it right. Senzu Bean, still broken to this day. Still an expensive card. Love this card. Choose one card against 5k, and then choose up to 2 energy. Switch into active, basically. Free energy, reboost, you boost a character. Just super good card. It's still broken to this day. Whis' Coercion, free negate, basically. Choose up to 1 energy active, you pay 1 energy, free negate. Just super good. You're gonna still want to be running these 2 cards in the current meta. This was, I think not a lot of people talk about this, but I thought this was pretty interesting. Your later gains a double strike just for 1 energy. Could help you late game, can help you early game, and then you draw 1, so you don't lose anything out of it. Pretty good. Son Goku, double strike. Very interesting leader, having double strike off the bat without having any ability. And when this card attacks, you draw 1. I can see how this guy was kind of meta, or can be very offensive. We had Broly. People are Broly fans. They're going to be running yellow Broly, green Broly a lot. And this was the original who started it all, honestly. And Son Gohan, when this card attacks, you have more life than your opponent. You draw 1, 5 or less, draw 2 cards. That's basically for every single leader card. You just draw 2. Card gains 6 energy. Choose all your opponent's battle cards and KO. Like I said, I don't think this isn't a crazy good ability, but it can help in certain situations. For 6 energy, I feel like that's too expensive. But again, this was at the beginning of the game's life cycle, so we didn't really know what was completely good and what wasn't. After a while, we just found out that blue and yellow were basically the top colors of... God, I'm voice cracking way too much. Those were the top colors of the game for quite a bit. Yeah, as you guys can see, there's nothing really noticeable here. Probably the SR and SPR, because those are like the highest rarities. We didn't know, like I said, we didn't know anything about rarities, but I mean, you see a Broly card like gold foiling and holographic, you just got super giddy, honestly, comparing it to like other card games and stuff. Broly Super Saiyan, this one, a lot of pressure, triple strike. Broly, he did have that. He did have a lot of pressure, which I honestly enjoyed, personally. But people nowadays are kind of regretting it with him having so much pressure. But it's really good. Revenge. Wow, Revenge was back in set 1? Really? That's actually crazy. I didn't even know that. Revenge, I like the category. When this card is KO'd, the attacking battle card is also KO'd. That's really good. Oh, when it's attacked in general? Like if you block it? Oh, that's how it works? I thought it was if you died. Huh, I gotta research that. I didn't know Revenge was back in set 1. Yeah, nothing really noticeable. Probably Broly's Ring, but it's more of a field card specifically for Broly. And then Frieza. He wasn't completely killing it early, but once we get into the draft box, and if you guys know what I'm talking about, that Frieza card basically completely started wrecking tournaments and events everywhere. But not this one. Once per turn, place 1 Frieza card army, choose up to 2 of your energy, switch into active, then draw 1. Still really good though. Like, this is a really good ability for getting rid of 1 card and putting 2 to active, and then you draw. And when attacked, you draw. So draw 2 per turn, and then switch 2 to active. That is really good. This is why I'm saying blue and yellow are basically running the meta early game. Frieza, choose up to 1 battle card rest mode, draw 2, flip it over, battle cards act to active. Basically the opposite effect, but you don't really lose anything out of it. Ginyu, nothing crazy, but you kind of just had to forcefully run Ginyu Force. Golden Frieza, nothing noticeable here yet. Nothing crazy yet. Was this Frieza any good? When you play this card like top 2 card? No, nothing really good yet. King Cold. Was this card good? Blocker. No, it's just a blocker card. Yeah, like I said, right now, early stages of the game, nothing was really broken per se. Like, every deck kind of had... There was obviously the 2 powerhouses, but nothing was, like, just completely dominating. You could counter most of it. Cold Bloodlust, remember, was really good. Lyra's and Frieza, the battle card played and skill negates the duration of the turn. Bad Laser was also really good. Counter, basically. And Crusher Ball, the battle card plays in rest mode. Back in the day, that was really good. Being able to just completely shut down a boss card for basically 1 energy. And that's going to do it for set 1, guys. If I had to give it an overall rating, the category, the sets, the series that they use in the set, the characters and everything, I'd have to give it a 5 out of 10. Nice, it was the beginning of the game, nice average rating. It was new, and it said what it was going to be. It's Dragon Ball Super card game. It has a bunch of Dragon Ball Super characters, and the only Z character would be Broly, but Broly is super popular with the fans, still is to this day, so it makes sense why they would add him in here. Yeah, I would give this set a 5 out of 10. Just basically average. It was how do I say this? It was making a way for it was just basically showing off what was to come later on as sets got crazier and more hype as they went on higher and higher. Obviously, people still have their favorites. Like I said, put it down in your comment section what your favorite set is. If you guys agree with my rating, but I have to give Galactic Battle 5 out of 10. Nothing great, but nothing bad. That's gonna do it for me, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Maybe it'll be another rate the sets. Take it easy, wash your hands, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys later. Later, guys. Peace.